Alright, so now we're going to get started developing out this pricing page, and if we just click on that, we'll see what it looks like right now. It's pretty bland, pretty basic here. And how I'm going to get started with that is I'm actually going to go back here to the dashboard, and then I'm going to go to where it says Pages, Pricing, and here I'm going to click Use the Divi Builder. And Divi comes with some awesome features like this load from library feature where you can load already pre-made or existing layouts right onto the site that they've made actually. And if we go scroll down, I'm going to look for one that says sales page, and here it is, sales page, and I'm going to click load. And let's just go and click update just to see what it will look like live. And if we just change it now and refresh, we'll see that there's a whole new page layout put into place here. Pretty cool way of doing this, and I'm actually going to go through and get rid of a lot of this page that I don't really want to use, but it will still speed up the process overall having to build out some of these elements. So I'm going to personally get rid of this full width slider, and this area would be the full width slider right here, this image. Next there's these three for this drag and drop, gorgeous design, that's right here in these three blurbs. I'm going to get rid of that. Next we have the plans and pricing. And then there's actually a div or a divider right here adding a little more space or a gap, the pricing table, and then there's another divider here to add some space, and I'm going to get rid of both dividers in this case. And next there's some text right here, the testimonials right here, there's three of them. You can see there's three testimonials. And if we scroll down, there's going to be 4 images, and they're just placeholders for images right now. Then there's frequently asked questions. I'm actually going to add frequently asked questions, but I'm probably going to add them onto the contact page when we go forward. I do like this toggle feature here where you can click and open and close the questions, kind of revealing the answer. It's a cool little effect that I like to add, but I think on the contact page it fits a little bit better. And then here we have a call to action area down here. So I'm going to just go through and delete what I don't want. I'm going to delete these frequently asked questions with the toggle, delete this call to action, I'm going to delete these 4 images, I know we're deleting a lot, and I'm going to just update it with these left. So what we have left is the text, the pricing table, text, and then 3 testimonials below it. So if we refresh, it's going to look a lot different here. And now if we scroll up, we'll see there's the plans and pricing. Notice that it's closer to the table because I removed that divider. And then if I scroll down, this one is closer to the bottom also because I removed that divider. Here's the text and then our 3 testimonial areas there. And that's what I'm going to use for the plans and pricing, or the pricing page. If you wanted to change that and use different elements, you are definitely welcome to do that. But I'm just going to go through how to mainly add this pricing table here and also add images in here for the testimonials. So to start going over this, let's go back here to the editor, and I'm going to click on this 3-line tab on the module settings for pricing table. Now I'm only going to offer 3 different packages here, and I'm going to click to X on lifetime, and then I'm going to just go into one that says basic, and I'm going to click on these bars to go into that. And you can see it's the first option says make this featured, make this table featured. So this is a featured one right here in the green. And if you make them all featured, they'll all be higher up. So they'll be on this level right here, parallel right here. And it'll all run smooth. And then it'll also be all the way down to the bottom as well. They'll all line up. And people like to have a featured package within their pricing to kind of have something stand out. But I actually really like how it looks with all of them being the same color, or maybe the middle plan being the featured one and kind of sticking out, and the other 2 maybe the same colors. So there's a couple ways you can do this. I'm just going to show you what to look like if they're all featured, but I'm going to click that to be yes. I'm going to change the name of basic to just be small. I know that's not very original, but I'm going to have small, medium, and large. Subtitle would go beneath, and a subtitle is like best value. You can just name something like amazing value, but if you have that on all 3 of them, it's going to look pretty silly, I think. This would be the currency, and I'm going to use dollars. This would be if there's a cycle or a billing period. It would be per year, per month. So I like to use a year in that case, but I'm going to actually get rid of it. Now, if we go down here, here's the price, and you can make the price whatever you would want to be. I'll just make it 77 in this case. The button URL, now this button URL down here, it says sign up and it goes to a page. You might want to change it to be saying order now on the button text, and then have it go to maybe your PayPal page or your payment processing page. I'm going to just put a pound symbol in there or a number symbol, and in this case it will just be a placeholder link. It won't actually go to anything. So down here is what we actually see on the table itself. So we see these items. If you see by default they gray out the items that are not included. I actually want to go a little bit further than just graying them out. I want to add a little bit more definitive appeal to the table, because I think it doesn't quite tell you what is included and what's not. I realize they have blue and these light gray, but I think it can be more definitive on what is and what is not included in the table, and I'll show you how to do that here. So I'm just going to delete this, and I'm going to add my own text that's related to the site here. So I'm going to do that by grabbing some text I already have, and I'll just copy that, and I'll paste this in. And how to add it so there's an actual blue circle which would show that it's active. You can look down below here and it kind of gives you the recipe here. It says included option with a plus, and then you have to have a space, and then excluded would be minus. So if I do plus, 5 photos are included, plus HD images are included, and then plus 4K quality. Now I could do minus 12 by 12, and then minus, there's no watermarks. So I'm just going to click save, and then let's just click preview if we can. Sometimes I have errors when I do this. And now we'll see the small package here is the one we just added it. We didn't edit these two at all yet. And if we go, we'll see there's 5 photos, HD images, 4K quality, 12 by 12 photo book, and no watermarks. Now to make this even more definitive, like I was saying, I'll just click X here. And now I actually have to go back into the pricing table. Go back into here. And to make it a little more definitive, if I hover over this and just select it, I can do what's called a strike through. And let's open up all the options here by hitting this button where it says toolbar toggle, and now we can do this and click strike through. And now if you wanted to, you can also select this area. Do not select in between though, and again click strike through here with this ABC with the line through it. Let's just save it, preview it, and now we can see in the preview that we have these lines through it. I think that makes it a lot more clear that these are not included within the package than it does if you just have them grayed out a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'll just click save and exit for now, and actually I'm going to go right back into it. Sorry about that. And what I'll do is I'll duplicate these two. I'll do it once and twice, and then I'm going to delete where it says personal and developer. And here I'm just going to click on the second one that says small, and I'll make this a medium package, and I'll click save. And then this one I'll click and I'll make it a large package. And again I'll click save. And if we look at the update now, we'll see that there's 3 different packages. And I'm going to go through and change the design a little bit, but let's just X out of there for the preview. And in the medium package, I'm going to change the dollar value for starters, and I'll make this one 177 just so it's more. And then I'm going to go down here, and I'm also going to make this one not have the strike through. So I'm going to get rid of the strike through by clicking this ABC again, and I'll make this one a plus instead of a minus, and I'll save it. Now I'll do the same edits on this one. I'll make this large package more expensive, so I'll make this one be 277. I'll scroll down, and I'm actually going to make this one be 100 pictures. I should have upped the other one as well, but we'll just say 100 pictures. We'll get rid of the strike through here again by just clicking ABC, strike through. If you didn't open the toolbar toggle, you need to do that. And then I'll do it again here for this watermarks, and I'll click on that. And I'll make an addition sign for each one to put them into effect. Save it. I'll just go back into the medium real quickly and change the amount of photos so it looks pretty good. And I'll make it say 50 photos in this case. Save it. Let's preview what it will look like. And now all three of them have this featured heading with the subtitle Amazing Value, have a different price, different packages, and you can see that the packages are strike through'd out with these ones that don't include as much for the value, and this one with the more value right here on the end includes all of them. And it has the order now button, and that you can set to go to wherever. I used a pound symbol in this one, so it's just a default link. And if I just go up and I'll just click update here, we're going to be able to refresh and see these changes in effect now on the actual live site. So there's his plans and pricing with some dummy text, and now we can see that there is our chart. It looks pretty basic, but you can change it up a little bit. If you wanted to, you can make this one be the only featured one in the middle, and it kind of has like a little bit of a triangle look to it, and I'll show you what that looks like. If we go back in here, and then we just simply scroll down to pricing table, click on this, click on small, and I'm going to turn off the featured part. Click save, go to large, and turn off the feature part, save. And let's preview what it would look like. And now you can see that now it has this kind of feature. Now if you wanted to edit the colors a bit, which I'm sure you probably do, and edit maybe the sizing of some of the text, you can choose a different background color here. So let's say you wanted it to be blue, you could do that and preview it right there. If you want it to be a different color, you can totally do that as well. I am going to clear this, see what it will look like, and now we have this gray color as the background color here. I would probably use the accent color that we have for the theme, so I'm going to go back in here, get this hex code color that we have, and I'll use that as the color since it's our accent color. And I'll save it. Let's just preview what it will look like here. I'll update it and look from the front. And it does look the same. It just is like this now instead. So that's how you can change that feature. If we go back in here to the pricing table, we can also go to advanced design settings again. And I actually would probably make it a little bit darker in this case than it is. I think it would look a little better if it was a little darker. And I'll do something like that. Preview the changes. And I think it looks a little better when it's darker like that. Personal preference though. We can go down also and change the header font size. So that would be this size right here. This where it says small, medium, and large. I think the size looks pretty good. So I'll go back. If we want to, you can change the subheader font where it says amazing value for each one. I'm going to keep going down to where it says this currency, frequency, and size. And I'm actually going to make this quite bigger. I'm going to make it about, I'll make it 28 in this case. And we can preview what that would look like. And now you'll see the dollar signs are bigger. I think that looks a lot better, but I'm also going to want to change the color. And I'm going to make it be black so it actually stands out a bit. And I'll preview those changes. And now the dollar sign is in black. So there's really no question about how much the package costs. If you wanted to make it even bigger than 28, you could. It's totally up to you. Next, I'm just going to scroll down, and there's a lot of different options in here. You can play around with them and see what you like. For now, I'm just going to save it, and then I'm going to click Update, and we'll see these changes go into effect one more time here. And there we go. It's a little bit darker. We have a bigger number sign and a bigger dollar sign, and we have these tables in order here the way we want them to look. So next I'm going to scroll down here and we're going to get into going through this section with the testimonials.